There are many animals in the world that people have a love-hate relationship with, but snakes are one that can really divide people because of what they are and how they can be. When you're looking at a corn snake, you might not fear anything, but when you see a king cobra, that's a different matter. Which brings us to the fact that snakes can get large in size. So allow us to show you the top 10 biggest snakes ever found.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Number 10. Black Mamba.
Of 14 feet. It's also the world's fastest snake, zipping along at up to 12 miles per hour.
Whether you realize it or not, the black mamba is the largest venomous snake you can find in Africa. To be fair, on average, the black mamba usually reaches about 9 feet. But one was found to have been over 14 feet, which is well over double the size of a human. And if we're being honest here, you wouldn't want to meet a 14-foot-long snake even if it wasn't venomous. But the black mamba is. But wait, there's more. This snake is the fastest striking snake in the world, as well as one of the most aggressive snakes out there today. That's a combination that is bad for people all over, especially in Africa, where you can meet them in places that you sometimes wouldn't expect. The venom of the black mamba is so powerful that it can prove to be fatal in as little as 20 minutes. So be mindful of them when you're in that region, or that might be you on the ground. Number 9. Yellow anaconda. In the world today, there are many anaconda species that are quite large and have gotten a lot of attention because of their size. Yellow anaconda is just one that can grow to be 15 feet long, a very long snake indeed. In terms of its habitat, it currently can only be found in South America. Specifically, its habitats include marshes, rivers, and swamps. Like many snakes that are this size or larger, they prefer to constrict their prey, literally squeezing them until they suffocate and die. Because of its large frame, it can take out animals like deer, caimans, or turtles. But if you see one, just be careful. It won't openly go after you, but it can still cause you problems. Number 8. Boa constrictor. The boa constrictor is one of the more popular snakes all over the world. They are shown in various places and can even be pets at times. On average, the boa constrictor can be up to 18 feet long. You can find these snakes in rainforests, deserts, and even savannas. They're a very adept species. Primarily, you'd find them mostly in Central and South America. However, recently, developments have also made Florida a suitable home for it, which is a bad thing because they're a very invasive species. Adding to the scary factor, it can most often be found in trees, sometimes spending its whole life up there. But they can also swim. So, again, quite adept. Number 7. Indian python.
Of these little piggies, snout to tail. He is a stealthy hunter.
Pythons aren't just a snake. It's also a term to acknowledge the size of something, including one's muscles. Going back to the snake though, the Indian python can be 19 feet long, and they're good predators too. First and foremost, they can climb trees, as well as swim. So prey trying to escape will find that very hard to do. What's more, its skin is patterned in a way that helps them blend into their surroundings. Indian pythons are actually nocturnal hunters. They use special receptors that can help them know what's around them, even in pitch-black darkness. Another oddity of sorts is that the Indian python doesn't like to socialize. They prefer to be alone in their habitats and only mingle when mating. Number 6. Amethystine python. If you were to head to Australia, you'd find all kinds of snakes, but the biggest of the bunch is the amethystine python. This python is one of the longest and largest snakes in the whole world. How so? Well, it's 25.5 feet at its maximum length. Just like the Indian python, this snake does most of its hunting at night, and it enjoys a nice range of food, including rats, bats, birds, and amphibians. The amethystine python is actually a very patient hunter. They'll happily wait until their food is in a compromising position and then strike. Most hunters stay aggressive on the hunt, but not this python. Number 5. African rock python.
World's largest snakes. Powerful and muscular, this female measures more than 13 feet in length.
While the black mamba might be the largest venomous snake in Africa, it's not the largest snake in Africa. No, that honor belongs to the African rock python, which has a length of 22.5 feet and it can weigh up to 251 pounds. It primarily makes its home in the grasslands and swamplands of Central and Western Africa, but it also resides in rainforests. The African rock python can blend into the environment via its skin, which makes it imperceptible to its foes and perfect for hunting prey. Usually, they eat rodents and lizards, but they've also been known to eat antelopes, monkeys, pigs, and crocodiles. That's quite a diverse palate. Though it should be noted that this palate can get the better of them, including eating so much that they die over the course of a year. Number 4. Burmese python. The next snake on our list is one of incredible power, while also somehow being a beloved pet snake, the Burmese python. This python can grow around 23 feet and can weigh over 300 pounds. The Burmese python lives in Southeast Asia, and they can be found within marshes, swamps, woodlands, grasslands, and river valleys. A key drawback of this snake is its eyesight. Its eyesight is horrible, and yet it has adapted beyond this limitation because it has pits that can sense heat and that will allow it to find prey. After it finds its prey, it uses its very unique teeth to clamp down on the animal, and once locked on, they can't get away. But should push come to shove, the Burmese python can go a long time without food, months even, showing not just a tough body, but the endurance to last long enough to find its next meal. Number 3. Reticulated python. The reticulated python is one of a few tricky snake species out there in the world in terms of how to define its longest form. Because, not unlike sharks, there have been some tall tales about these snakes and how long they can get. But there are some things we can definitively say about it. For example, the reticulated python is the longest living snake in the world. The longest one ever found was between 30 to 32 feet. But there have been tales of caught reticulated pythons that claim the snake was 60 feet or even 90 feet. So why isn't that known around the world? Because like those big fish stories, they can't prove that it was that big. So they're just stories. As for where the reticulated python calls home, that would be in Southeast Asia. It likes to live in the rainforest, and it's mostly found on the ground. They're very aggressive snakes, so if you're in Southeast Asia, you'll want to watch where you step, because you might accidentally step on a python like this and quickly regret it. Number 2. Green anaconda.
The 4 species of anacondas. The green anaconda. At up to 550 pounds, that's some serious heft.
Heading now to the top snake in the world currently, in terms of size that we can prove, we're talking about the green anaconda. Not unlike other snakes on this list, the average size of the snake can vary. At times, it'll be between 18 to 20 feet, but at its max, this anaconda can be up to 27 feet long. Weight-wise, they can have around 550 pounds on them, so they have size and girth to outmatch other snakes, which is why it's number 2 on the list. There are some misconceptions about the green anaconda, mainly that they're poisonous, but they're not. They have no venom at all, actually. What's more, they live in rivers and swamps in South America. Plus, despite many people saying otherwise, they don't eat humans, ever. As for the animals they do like to eat, you'll find them dining on deer, tapir, caiman, crocodiles, fish, and turtles. These snakes love their ambush techniques though. So if you're on their menu list, they'll lash out at you before you even know it. Number 1. Titanoboa. So if the last entry was about the largest snake in the modern world, what could be bigger than that? Simple. The snakes of the ancient world. People forget that snakes have been around for a very long time, including them being around when the dinosaurs walked the earth. The biggest one of them all in that time period was the Titanoboa. This massive serpent was one of the apex predators in the ancient world, once the dinosaurs were gone, to be clear. With a length of about 48 feet long, it's nearly twice the size of a green anaconda at its max size. And even if it wasn't, it weighed around 1.5 tons, which means it could crush just about anything it wanted via constriction with not much effort. Its discovery is honestly rather fascinating. Over 15 years ago in Colombia, a student was visiting a coal mine when he found a fossil of a leaf. After some research, he believed that the leaf to be from an era known as the Paleocene epoch. This got the attention of many other archaeologists and scientists. They did some excavations to find fossils of creatures that used to live in the earliest versions of the rainforest that are in South America. Among other findings was a vertebrae for the Titanoboa. Needless to say, they were shocked at first, as the Titanoboa shattered all expectations of what a snake could have been in the ancient world. As they continued to search around, they found skull fragments from the Titanoboa. This was a feat to be praised, as snakes are known to have skulls that don't last after they die, as fossilization doesn't happen with all animals and species. The Titanoboa that was discovered can now be found in the Museum of Natural History. So what did you think? What did you think of these snakes that were the biggest ever discovered? Did some of the species presented shock you? Which ones do you hope to never meet? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.